What's up you guys, it's Sammy and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be answering your questions about Cal Poly, sororities, college, all of that. I've been getting a ton of DMs from you guys saying that you have been accepted into Cal Poly and a few other schools and you're trying to figure out where you're going. So I hope this video is really helpful and answers all of the questions that you guys have been asking me or maybe thinking about but haven't asked yet. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and let's go ahead and get started with this video. My camera battery says it's about to die. I hope it's not. This is like the last of the good lighting today, and so I hope it doesn't die. I thought I had charged it, but I wrote down some of the questions you guys asked, and then I also wrote down a few other things that I had remembered you guys asking me in my direct messages earlier this month, so hopefully it will be helpful. My first question that I get asked all of the time was, how did I pick my roommate? So I got accepted into Cal Poly, I think it was March 2nd, or March 1st, I believe, of 2018. And our housing application opened up, I think it was March 18th. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Do you guys hear those dogs barking out there? I was stressing out because I knew I had to pick a roommate really fast. I didn't want to have a random roommate. Sorry, Zoe. I went onto Facebook and found one of the roommates that I ended up having last year. Her name was Paige. I love her so much. And we saw each other on Facebook, saw her bio posts and stuff. And then we picked each other on there and I put her name in on my housing portal. And then I also requested to have a double. Didn't get that, got a triple because Cal Poly does that. And most dorms are triples. And I ended up on, I think it was late in August, we found out where we were gonna be living. Or actually we didn't even find out that, we just found out who we were living with, and it said someone else's name in my room, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have a random roommate. But then I realized we just had a triple, and I had Zoe and I had Paige. Honestly, so happy it worked out how it did because I loved both my roommates so much and we got along super well. I just was super worried going into it, but it ended up being such a great experience, and she honestly felt the same like Zoe did. She was really nervous to have a random roommate. And then talking a little bit about the housing, a lot of you guys have asked how do you pick your roommates, how do you pick your housing? So I know a little bit about it, and I know that you can pick a roommate if you want. Housing at Cal Poly does not put together a questionnaire on how you pick your roommates, so it's up to you if you want to pick one of your roommates. If you find a roommate you want to live with, you can put their name down in your portal, I think it is, and then you end up picking your actual room at Cal Poly for this upcoming school year. It's a different way of doing it. If you don't pick the same room and learning community, you won't have the roommate that you requested. So make sure you do that. It's also really possible to get a triple because Cal Poly has mostly triples for the rooms, or quads and stuff. A lot of doubles won't be existing next year, so make sure that you're okay having a random roommate if you are placing a triple, or you can go ahead and just choose a triple because it's cheaper and you can pick 2 roommates. So that's kind of my advice to you. That's not everything. You can contact housing if you have more questions, but that's kind of just what I know about it. Cal Poly likes to make sure that you're living with people you want to live with. For example, the learning communities, rather than picking a building itself. But it's important to pick a dorm based on people you'll actually get along with, or maybe have something that you're interested in. Alright, continuing on with some of the questions you guys have been asking me. You guys had asked me what my favorite part about college is, and I have so many different parts of college that I really like, but a few that I'll name off just kind of at the top of my head would be getting to pick your own schedule. I really like not having to wake up every day at 6:30 like I did in high school. Most of my classes are at 10 a.m. or at noon, so I get to have a whole morning to myself, get homework done, work out, make breakfast, have just a really chill morning, and I like that so much better than being tired and sleep deprived all day. Just move the camera a little bit, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But I'm going to answer our next question, and that is, how is Cal Poly handling the COVID-19 situation? To be honest, it's been kind of a mess, but I do respect Cal Poly for everything they're trying to do to help the students. It obviously isn't working out in the students' favor, but it's also in the favor of the whole community, and I think that's really important to think about and keep in mind. Obviously, all of us love Cal Poly and want to stay in college. We love it so much, and that's why we're all so frustrated. But we have to remember that if we just put in the time now to social distance and keep ourselves away from everyone, we're gonna be able to get back quicker rather than longer. So I think that's an important thing to keep in mind. They've been sending us new emails pretty much every day, so I always say it's a minute by minute situation. I swear every minute I'm getting a new text or email from the president saying we have a new plan, a new update, and that's kind of frustrating, I think, for all of campus, just because we never really know what's going on. But I'm at home now and we have online classes all next quarter. which I'm not looking forward to, but at least they're accommodating what they can. I'm planning on moving back to my apartment in San Luis Obispo just because I don't really foresee myself staying in San Diego for like 6 months until maybe I go abroad. So I don't really know also what's going on with the whole abroad situation, but yeah, so I'm hopefully moving back to SLO. I can see my friends, my roommates, my boyfriend. It kind of just depends on who's gonna be there, but for sure my boyfriend will be there. So at least I'll have someone. Someone else asked, I'll be a freshman at Cal Poly and I'm curious about what to expect for the rush process. So I've made a few videos if you want to go check those out about like what to wear and my experience during the week. I personally was very drained when I was going through recruitment as a first year, but once I joined the sorority that I really wanted, it was a really great experience for me. And going into recruitment as a second year, going through like kind of like helping girls get into your sorority, that part I really liked because I felt more confident knowing that I was in the right spot. So I really liked it my second year. First year I thought it was definitely very tiring, but I would recommend it. Being in a sorority is one of the best things I did in college because it gave me a friend group pretty much right away and so many fun events to get to do, and it just gave me a very big purpose at college, and I was really grateful for that. And the next one is Cal Poly was my dream school and I got accepted. First off, congrats, that's amazing. Such an exciting time. And then they said, how was your experience as a first year? My first year experience was very positive. I got very lucky and I'm very fortunate to say that I had a good group of friends right away. They're still my best friends. I live with all of them and I'll be living with them next year. My first year was overall really nice. I had good relationships with my roommates, which really helped, and I got involved with stuff on campus. So if you're a little bit worried, I would say get involved and it will help make you a little bit less homesick. I do feel for the freshmen that are like now not experiencing their whole first year. I'm so sorry, my heart is like definitely hurting for you. I know that the first year experience is like no other, and I really do feel bad, but it's going to all work out in the end. To all the seniors, I feel so bad that your graduation is like taken away. Like my boyfriend is a senior and I feel horrible, and then I know a lot of first years, so my heart is out to all of you guys. It definitely is such a shame. Someone else asked, how soon after applying does Cal Poly announce acceptances? So when we first applied, I think it was like November or something like that, and that's like most colleges, I believe, something around that kind of time. It's been so long, I thought I would never forget, but I did. Cal Poly used to announce their acceptances kind of earlier than most schools, but now they're announcing them, I think, the first week of March. A few other of you guys just said like, I hope you're staying safe with the coronavirus situation. I am social distancing myself from people and I'm pretty much just inside all day, or I'm walking to the beach getting some fresh air with my family, but I am kind of enjoying this time. I think it's important to look at the positives in the situation and try to see how you can benefit yourself mentally and physically. So my goal is to become stronger in both those areas of my life. So journaling, doing yoga, runs, workouts, learning new recipes. Those are kind of things I'm trying to work on during this time because I always try to say like I have other excuses or I'm too busy with school. So this is a great time to really reflect, think about the things you want to get done and make these goals happen. But I'll be honest, when I first found out, I was super anxious and very stressed out that I would feel like very trapped at home. But I do live in a very like nice area with good weather, so it's been very helpful. Someone else asked if I had any tips for recruitment, and something I would just say is definitely be yourself, because you want to be in a sorority that accepts you for who you are, and I'm sure that will happen if you guys act like your true self. You also want to put your best foot forward, so like maybe do your hair, you could put on a little bit of makeup if you want to. Those are just suggestions, but you can do those things and you might feel a little bit more confident. Honestly, whatever makes you feel more confident, do that, and you'll probably end up in a great place that you feel like you connect to the girls. And then I also wanted to answer what some of my favorite things to do in SLO are, and I answered this in my previous video, but that would definitely be watching sunset at Pirates Cove, going to Avila Beach and studying on the weekends. I love going to the rec and going to the pool if it's open. Coronavirus has made the rec close, so I'll be doing lots of outside workouts and hopefully going to the beach because the pool won't be opened if I can get back to Cal Poly. But a lot of you guys ask if I ever feel like the town that Cal Poly is in is too small and like too far away from things. And being quite honest, I do feel like we are in a bubble while I'm at Cal Poly, but I never feel like it's in a bad way. I really like getting to have like my college town experience. I think it's cool that pretty much everyone in the area that I live in are college students. I think that's a very fun and different part about where we go to school. I don't ever feel trapped, and I don't think my friends do feel trapped at all either. I think we have everything we need. We have lots of stores, food, restaurants, like Home Goods, Home Depot, Target. So I don't know, I've never really felt like it's an issue. I kind of answered that on some of the comments before. Like, we don't maybe have everything a big city has, but we have a lot more than a lot of college towns do. It's not like we live in the middle of nowhere. It does feel a lot more isolated than when I live at home, which was something that I thought was kind of weird when I first went to Cal Poly. But when you're in college, you're really just like in college. You're doing college things, so it's not really a big deal, but it was something that did concern me too. So that was all the questions that you guys had been asking me. If you ever have questions, definitely direct message me on Instagram. I always answer those. I love answering them, they're really fun. And you can also ask me questions on the video, that way other people can see what you guys are asking too in case they have the same questions. But I really hope you found this video helpful. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all staying safe during this time. I know it's definitely very scary and stressful. I'm just hoping for the best in the situation, and I hope you guys are staying positive, and hopefully you can find some positivity here on my channel and get you guys excited for college and all of that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!